now, because it is time, finally, for the first map of this best of 5. $1,000 on the line between Happy and Grubby. The most successful Western player that this game has ever seen in Grubby, and the most successful Western player in recent years. Unbelievable hype, more than 3,000 viewers. These players don't really need an introduction, but since we have the tail of the tape, let's go for it. Happy, we call him the Emperor. Remo has the stats. Best of 5, undefeated in them in Western tournaments since
2017 January. That's 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Foggy didn't do it, Blade didn't do it, Hawk didn't do it, Cash didn't do it, no one could! Can Grubby end the streak? At the moment, according to the Warcraft 3.info ELO ranking, Happy is the 3rd best player in the world. But he's not showing it too much anymore since he doesn't want to play on netties these days because of the ping. On the other side, another man who doesn't need an introduction, a 2-time WCG champion, former 4King, former EG, former Meet Your Maker from the Netherlands. Close to $300,000 prize money according to Liquipedia. It is Grubby. So without further ado, it is time for some action.
Starting off on Terranos Stand. Thank you very much, Mike Vegan with a €10 donation. Says, let's start that donation train going. PS, looking good, guys. Thanks for the hype. Yeah. That's not down to us, man. This match in and of itself has hype. I think everybody can feel it. This should be an awesome match. What are the strategies going to be? What are the two players going to show us? You know, with Happy, that's normally not too hard to answer. He is predictable. You know what he's going to do, but he's the best in the world at doing it. So it's still not easy to beat it. Grubby recently has been playing a new build. I think we call it Grubby build by now, which is Farseer opening into quick headhunters. No grunts. 0 grunts. Quickly going into headhunters with a war mill and a barracks early, delaying the tech. This is his new style, which has proven to be quite strong against multiple strategies, and perhaps the first time that Happy faces this.
Might be. We got the first blood already by Grubby splitting one of the wolves aside and getting rid of Happy's scout acolyte. The first 25 experience go to Grubby. Creeps a little item here as well and goes in for the harass right away without the wolves, though. They are split to the side.
Going to the next green camp, trying to creep up there with a headhunter. Interesting. Grubby trying to take out some skeletons here as well for some bonus experience. But of course, Happy won't be giving them up easily. Happy got both items from the middle. That's a big deal. Didn't find the claws, not the dream drop, but also circlet and gloves. Very good for the Lich later, which certainly will be the second hero.
Little info from the past, by the way. Last show match between them, Happy won without dropping a map. The one before, Grubby won a map, and it was exactly this one, Terranos Stand. And it's really cool to see this evasion creeping creep route from Grubby. He had a couple of days time to prepare for this, 4 to 5 days. And if he really puts his mind into an opponent, I think he's still, to this day, one of the best in this, analyzing his opponent and finding new solutions or finding new threats to this very opponent. And this evasion creeping, a first glimpse of that.
Yeah, it's a serious min-maxing here already in the early game with getting items, with getting experience, leveling up at the proper time. The DK hit level 2 slightly earlier. Now the Farseer evens it out and gets the ring here as well. Death Knight already with quite some good items. We saw the gloves and circlet to start with, and now the gauntlets. Going for a quick creep of the Merc camp. Not harassing the Farseer here, trying to slow down level 3, which is something we see a lot oftentimes from other undeads, but creeping himself. And that means Grubby is free to creep what he wants, and he's creeping the natural of Happy away from his opponent.
That's a lot of experience. Decent item as well, Talisman of Evasion, especially for TC later. A wonderful item, since that will be the focus of attention and in focus fire a lot. And having a little dodge chance isn't too bad against Fiends and whatever might be coming next. We take a look at the techs. Grubby finishes with his tier 2. Happy at the same time finishing this as well. Scroll of the Beast. for Happy. Apart from that, not the greatest items
Big
for
last hit
neither
right
player.
here.
Yep.
DK is trying to come in, but not quite in time. Last hit goes to Grubby. That's level 3, and that's now level 2 Wolves unlocked. Very strong when you get them early, and this is indeed quite early into the game. Both players have reached tier 3, TC second versus Lich second coming out, and a quick tier 3 tech also by both players.
Give me some B2W woofies in chat, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very strong phase for the summons of the orcs, as the Undead Dispel will only arrive at tier 3. Happy on the way, but this still does take some time. The good thing now for Grubby is his side of the map here on Terranas Stand, the south, is pretty much untouched. He can still creep the Merc camp, he can still creep his expo, he can still creep the shop. A lot of experience for Happy is already gone.
Yeah. These sentries are also amazing. Always going to tell Grubby perfectly where his opponent is going to. Pretty much, he's going to know exactly what Happy is up to. Farseer still harassing, but the DK being level 3 now has a strong coil also, so the Farseer taking quite a bit of damage in return. But the TC is off to a great start here, seemingly at the Merc camp. If he gets all these creeps, he's going to be level 2 in no time, way before the Lich.
Gotta be careful with that lightning shield here now, but the Farseer is doing a great job in harassing and creating space. That's exactly what the TC needs. He is a little hurt, but he got that heal self, so that should be fine in the end. Skeleton harassing, waking up the creeps, but not too much damage here. Happy revenge with stealing creeps here with an aggressive Lich. Tries to prevent a tier 2 expansion.
Thank you, Kush is back with the donation. Hyasis, Max, Edge, Hadoko, and Farid with the subs. Farseer in trouble, almost falling. That coil hurts along with the Nova, but he does survive, healing up now with more heal salves. TC got the big mana potion. That's something he's very happy with. Happy is trying to do to Grubby what he was being done to in the early. Steal camps away from the opponent. But he is with a level deficit, thanks to the TC and the Lich's comparison. Happy's gonna have to fall back now. He knows he's not that strong, especially considering he doesn't have statues yet, but they will be coming very soon.
My god, look at this TC. Talisman, double gauntlets, ring of protection, and the big mana. What's the EHP on this Tauren Chieftain? It's almost unnukable. 1k HP already, 5 armor plus dodge chance. This will be tough for Happy to take out probably the carry for Grubby in the later stages.
Happy got another nice item here, though. The combat items, very important in Warcraft 3. On Terranas Stand, there are so many of these consumables, these combat items. There's mana pots and scrolls and big invols and Book of the Dead and you name it. In the bottom left, there's quite a bit of that gone already. So the juiciest part of the map right now by far is the top right. And now that tier 3 is unlocked, this might be the time where the players will be contesting for this. But no, Grubby actually going much greedier for a 40 supply, tiny Great Hall.
Wow.
Is, if it's seen on Terranas because of how good that map is for defending, with the bridges very well entrenched and not so easy to attack. And also the shop, the merchant between main and natural, all goes very much well hand in hand with an expanding player. And of course the Tiny Great Hall is the fast expansion in the game. A little expensive, but it comes up quickly. And Happy needs to scout this very soon.
Yeah. He's usually not a player who goes for shades. He has a lot of scouting already with skeletons, and of course his game sense is pretty damn great as well. So Grubby moving across the bridge, probably being aggressive to defend, as weird as that sounds, but just keep Happy away from this so expensive Tiny Great Hall before it pays off. So first nuke on the Raider, trying to take out a little crowd control. Nice silence, breaks through the silence with an invo potion and catches Happy's entire army. Damage from the Headhunter seems to be good, but Happy is countering with a Scroll of the Beast.
A nice stomp comes in, but so far no fiends have gone down. The micro by Happy, good as always. Statues in the back getting attacked by the wolves. One now falling. Speed scroll, TC perhaps in trouble. Used the invul to get out of that silence. Now he's a little bit exposed, but he has one more stomp. That was another nice one. Might be able to get over Devour there with the Kodo, but now the TC is in trouble. Perhaps the TP has to be given over. That is done, and Grubby gets a pretty good fight here. Almost kills one more fiend. Man, that was one hit away from dying. But that was a pretty even exchange, and that's with an expansion in the back for the Orc.
How many cup finals have we seen where we were wondering, like, did Happy lose a unit, not only in a fight, but in a game? And now, things look like this. Happy still at 50, but has to produce a Fiend and a statue. And the expansion is starting to pay off. Grubby not investing into towers or burrows, so this might be harassable. Grubby up at 50 with a potion, still holding on to the greater mana. Has great value later on, of course. Heal potion on the Farseer as well. Scroll of healing against the Nova. And Grubby ready to brawl again.
Kind of a tough position here. Not easy for the Headhunters / Berserkers to get into range. Grubby's thinking twice about engaging. Another problem is the invul in the shop was still on cooldown, so the TC doesn't have that this time to protect him. And this is a big push now from Happy. He doesn't have much mana on the DK, but everything else is looking good. He is pretty much even in supply, summons the Book of the Dead, TC walking forward, can't break out of this silence because he doesn't have an invul. But good kiting here by Grubby as well, minimizing the losses. Here comes the stomp now. Grubby falls back, doesn't like the way this is looking, and is gonna retreat without too many losses here.
Grubby rising up to 60, but yeah, items have been used. Book of the Dead for Happy gone as well. This is the time he needs for the invul potion. We saw it. Silence was really good. And with that invul, you can break out of it. We still have ghouls in the mix now as well. Destroyer and snared in the middle of everything. That's a quick kill and an epicenter storm.
And the TC has more mana thanks to the big mana potion. Pops it right there along with the invul. And another storm could be coming through. Fiends are borrowed, but there is the dust. Grubby taking a great fight over here, finding more kills. TC again, though, has to be careful. Now thankful for these tanky items that he found earlier. Some Fiends going down, but Happy still with a respectable force left. Grubby needs to be careful, especially with his TC, second hero.
Kodo in focus fire blocks himself a little heal scroll use, but can't save it. So the damage aura is gone. He must respect the Lich now that he's up on level 3. So much mana for Nova. TC at 50%. Headhunter starting to drop as well. Still 10 supply lead for the Flying Dutchman. But okay. Happy can continue to be aggressive with the statues in the back. Can't take them out. Peons under attack, but Grubby is in as well. What's the items? No invul potion this time. Has to pop the heal potion immediately.
Nice stomp there once again. Not too many kills though right away. Headhunter's starting to drop really low. Some Berserkers are falling. Kodo doesn't quite get off the Devour. Good micro by Happy, of course. TC hits level 4. With that, he's a little bit faster. Doesn't have mana, however, at the moment. Dust coming in. 3 Fiends burrowed. Are they all gonna get killed? Level 4 for the Farseer.
Oh boy. Is there more mana? Chain Lightning would be great. No, there's no item at all for the Farseer. A little bit exposed. Gotta be careful. That Kodo was devouring while the coil was in the air. Tremendous play. And again, taking out the Destroyer so early. That makes the Wolves really powerful.
Grubby looking really good right now. As long as he keeps his heroes alive, this may actually be his game. TC from the shop. Once again, we see the strength of Terraner stand with the shop always close by to the expansion. Lich with the invul. Barely survives, but that only lasts for, well, it's a big invul. No, it's a small invul.
No, it was a big.
Chance with the TP. Going for the Dark Ranger hero kill. If he gets her, it's going to be looking amazing. But she gets away just barely. But Grubby again holds. And this is a magnificent position now for the Orc.
This is a 13 supply lead. This is a level 4 Farseer and a level 4 TC. Of course, thousands of gold coins probably going into consumables. But that was it. He didn't lose too much army. He held his expansion and he didn't even drop too many resources into static defense. There was no tower. He didn't lose any of that. And kind of smart to leave creeps at Happy's natural expansion while he was creeping this. Of course, he was under a little like pressure timing-wise, and he just wanted to find the item. But that way, Happy couldn't expand while pushing, so he doesn't have a backup expansion now. It's still 2 base, 1 base.
We are now in the juicy corner of the map. This was ignored for the longest time. Grubby going in, looking for the next big fight. He knows he has way more mana. Gets the first Fiend right away, and Happy's Fiend numbers are too low. He's in trouble. He's surrounded. Does he even have Death Pact? I'm not sure. No, he doesn't. It's Aura. He might be falling right here. Mana Potion. Stomp. That's the kill. That might be the game.
What can you do if you don't have a speed aura? No way! GG! Grubby still got it and takes map number 1. Terraner stand again, just like in their very, very first show match. It's the Grubster taking this map. Unbelievable hype. Chat is exploding.
Yeah, great game as well, dude. That was absolutely amazing. So, second map. Loser's choice for Happy, as always, Northern Isles. I'm gonna host it in just a second.
This is unbelievable. We got 5K viewers on map number 1.
That's pretty crazy.
That is absolutely crazy. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Okay, that's a very good start, I would say. Is this repeatable? This was a pretty much tailor-made strategy, I think, for Terran Stand. The creep routes, the timings, really, really well done. Especially the creep route. Like, we have never seen this before. This was not a normal thing. Like, no harass immediately, no mercenary camp immediately. Just splitting a headhunter and wolves away to go to the murlocs to make sure you get level 2. That's pretty damn genius.
Yeah, man. That was amazing. Oh my god, so many subs.
Yeah, you gotta cover this. No worries, mate. We need some time to thank a lot of contributors here. I don't even know where we ended up. I think we got Hiaces, right? Fuck yes, Happy versus Grubby is like the wet dream of Warcraft. I love the 2020 scene. Thank you guys for covering this. Max Edge for the 4-month resub. Grubby fighting. Hadoku, 9-month resub. Guys, you do a great job. Love the stream. Farid, Zabi, thank you for the subs. Todd, thank you for the host. Lindfra with the 5 gifted subs. Jonathan L. Siegel with 1,000 bits. Tokotronic with the 3-month resub. 1-2 with the 2 gifted subs. Butchie with the sub. Slick with the sub. Cartress with the $18 donation. Is this... Holy shit, Knobbequakes with 20 subs. I can't even read the donation message. Is this what it's come to? Do we need a generous viewers to pay $1,000 just to see Happy break a sweat? Either way, I couldn't be happier to be watching it with you two. Thanks so much for your hard work. Thank you, Knobbequakes, for this great contribution once again. Corey, 100 bits. Mudu, 3-month resub. I'm losing my mind. Holy shit, I love Warcraft 3. Get Rich Brothers. Oh, another 20 subs by Knobbe. We're going crazy again. I can't even follow this. Get Rich Brothers. 1-year resub. War Grubby. Thanks for this during the cast, boys. This is literally the World Championships before the World Championships. Loco Mojo, thank you for this. Bonbon held 63-month. Keep on, guys. Knubbe gifting on and gifting on. Tupperbox with the sub as well. Holy shit, I feel like Ninja right now.
More subs. Guys, thank you all so much for the support, for the subs coming in. Especially Knubbequakes, you madman. Ictharius also with the 5 gifted subs. Yeah, this game is pretty hype. I think we're all realizing this.
Okay, Grubby ready. Happy seems to be ready. A Pillow of Winds, 10 subs. Knubbequakes, another 20 subs. $100 by Nem. Guess I have to do my part as well. Keep Neo busy. God. Yeah, we rich now. €15 donation by Flex Flexible. Go, go, Grubby. A Pile of Winds. Another 10 gifted subs. Wolflight with the 2-month resub. Absolutely insane. Just like match number 1 was right here. Grubby 1, Happy 0. This is incredible to say. Map number 2. This is Happy's hometown now. This is Happy's first pick, and this is where he simply owns. This is Northern Isles. And
this is going to be really interesting to see now. I've been talking about this build for a long time, especially against the Crypt Lord Fast Expo strat. That's obviously not what Happy is playing here. Happy's playing standard. But this build in general just seems to be good. Farseer, Headhunters, no grunts, aka piercing damage meta boys, and then going into TC tier 3, possibly with an expansion. And Happy, he just lost. How is he gonna react? Has he already figured out a way to better approach this? Or is he going typical Happy style, saying, nope, didn't play the wrong thing, I can just play it a little bit better, microing at not only 99%, but at 110%. Gonna be interesting now to see the Emperor from Russia adjust to this certainly somewhat unusual style.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for your crazy support. During the games, we will hold on and not read them to focus on the map, but in between maps, we will definitely thank you. So if we're not responding right away, sorry about that. Match before support thank you thingies. Whew. We got Grubby with the Farseer once again in the upper right, with the Warmill far in the back, even protected by a burrow right here. On game 1, on Terraner stand, he was able to kill the Acolyte right away. This time, Happy is pulling back quite fast. It's still a DK. The thing is, yes, there's a lot of hype now, but we have seen Happy with slow starts into a series, and then he was quickly able to adapt.
So far, everything's looking pretty normal here. Happy going for the creep route to go to level 2 with green into green. That's an undead favorite. And Grubby adjusting. This time not going for the harass right away, but rather taking this camp away from Happy. He can creep this with only the Farseer, knowing Happy will want to go here, and then he's still going to be able to be there in time for the harass. Very smart play, even pulls out the creeps, so the DK would have a harder time. Coil last hit stealing that away. And with that, the Death Knight now stuck on level 1 for a little bit longer.
Okay, sweet. Again, just surprising Happy with the way he moves across the map. And this is what we call the Philly Warrior style. Farseer in like instant aggression. Good micro by Happy, obviously, to move that Acolyte back. But Happy has to deal with this.
Yeah. Grubby knows he's not going to get last hits here, obviously, or Acolyte kills, I should say. It's Happy he's playing against. But he's forcing the ghouls off of Lumber a little bit. He is forcing a Narrow Tower, that's a few more resources, and he also kept the DK from creeping. And now, suddenly, we have the Headhunters coming in again. It takes a while until the Headhunters come out, but once you have a decent number of them, like 4, 5, maybe even 6, then you can creep super fast, especially on a map where there's a lot of creeps with heavy armor, which is the case here.
Again, Grubby with the solo Headhunter creep, just like on Terranas. I'm pretty surprised to see that. I've never seen this before. Happy sees it now as well. Oh, okay, that Murloc spot is gone. Not even afraid to start the creep spot. Again, the Scout Acolyte is down.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy this time playing way more aggressively. He doesn't want to let this Farseer get to level 3 as easily as on Terranas. Now he is pressuring this with his aggression. I think that's the right play. If you go into creeping versus creeping against this style, you just fall behind super fast because he has 5 Headhunters when you have 1 or 2 Fiends. And yeah, I felt that very heavily earlier myself. But with the coil here, Happy gets the last hit on the Headhunter. And that is level 2, and that's the aura unlocked now. That makes all the difference in the world. Maybe a small mistake here by Grubby. Losing the Headhunter there somewhat easily. Maybe should have pulled it back earlier. If the DK had now been stuck on level 1, this would have been a true headache for Happy. But as it is, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
The Farseer is still far away from 3. Leveling, creeping has been prevented. And now Grubby wants to shake Happy off his trail and wants to go for a bigger camp and marketplace. Making use of the nighttime here. When the vision is low, going for a big camp. The evasion creeping, coined this term by none other than Grubby himself.
And it's working out fine. Ankh of Reincarnation can be good for the TC later on. 2 Fiends would have scouted it, but again, a little too late, just as they were on map number 1. DK sees the movement. Oh, frog block. But okay, Happy can't really find any kills. Ooh, Grubby hiding in the shadows. Happy doesn't see him. Smartly done. He can't find any kills. Is he exposing his army to the shop creeps? No, not really. Feels like Happy is confused.
Yeah, it's a difficult tightrope balance. Like, you don't just want to chase after the Farseer at all times and try to only slow down his creeping. You also want to get some creeping done yourself. Like we see here. Happy investing the coil for the last hit. That kind of puts one of the fiends in danger. There is Chain Lightning now on the Farseer. But Farseer didn't get to level 3 here in the tier 2 stage, and that makes a massive difference. This early game, already much better for Happy than on map 1.
Yeah, we've seen this in the Stay at Home story Cup by Take, where it was Happy versus another orc, namely Spiral, that some maps, it's just Happy owns these maps, and so Spiral was focusing on the maps where he feels really comfortable. So even if Grubby loses this map down the road, it's still not the end of the world in this best of 5, especially not with the second greater mana of the series for the Torrent Chieftain.
And here you can see the Farseer is trailing the undead army. He knows where he's going. Happy's trying to slow down the creeping of the TC, but Grubby always knows first. And he can retreat quickly enough. The TC is now level 2. Lich has basically 0 experience.
Also,
TC can keep on creeping, not the big camps, but still getting there slowly but surely. Grubby lost 1 headhunter, unfortunately, to the creeps, by the way, so that's 2 headhunters down. It's not the end of the world, but it's a bit of firepower missing.
yeah, against Happy, usually you're not allowed to do any mistakes. But this seems to be a little different. Lich, by the way, has Nova first, not going Frost Armor as we would usually see against Orc, but it's also no Blade Master involved, no Grunts, barely any Raiders. So that is an understandable change for Happy. Is he brave enough to go for the shop? Oh, wow, he is.
That could be both middle items claimed by Grubby.
Yep.
Pulls out the creeps to make it safe. With Stomp, he should be able to control this camp well enough if he needs to. Surrounds the Overseer, nicely done, but the Nova could steal the last hit, and he gets it as well. That's level 3 for the DK. That is a momentum swing right there, thanks to that last hit from Happy.
Yeah, Grubby was almost on the way to tie up inexperience, but boom, there's the Nova. And Happy runs away once again. Level 3 DK, level 2 Lich. That's dangerous now. Also plus 9 Claw on the Lich with the Gloves of Haste. This great Nova, Coil, Raider gone.
Happy starting to assert dominance here on the second map.
Yeah, feels like it's snowballing.
Yeah. This time around, things aren't going so swimmingly, aren't going so easy. Can Grubby still manage to build up to a strong late game? He's going triple hero this time. Shadowhunter added. Not just dual hero, so leveling Farseer and TC heavily is going to be quite a bit more difficult.
Can he still find the levels? Can he still find the 3-3? We got a little bit of a difference here in Happy style as well. Going for the Pit Lord. With Howl of Terror, with Cleave, deals as damage mitigation and a lot of damage down the road for him as well. Plus, he is a great tank. No Banshees for the double damage mitigation in the base. TC still trying to find the levels. Ring of Regen, Belt of Giant Strength, again pretty tanky. Oh, that kill would be level 3 and he secures it with a Chain Lightning.
It's more mana out of the Farseer who's still not level 3. Lich looking for the Nova and more kills, but there was no Orb of Corruption yet. The DK just brought it. And now there's not too many easy camps left on the map anymore for Grubby especially. Like top left, there's still a lot of juice there, but it's far across the map. And Happy should be able to predict that that is where the focus is going to lie for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I agree. Can he still go for the red spot? Or does he want to chase Grubby right after this? There could still be items in the marketplace. It's also time for Grubby to unfold tier 3. Ooh.
Happy going for the red camp. It's not a very flashy maneuver or whatever, but I think this is a mistake. I think this is a creep route mistake. Happy's spending a lot of time here in the bottom right, where he can only get the red, versus in the top left, there's the red camp, there's the Tuskars, there's the lab, and the Scorpions. All! And he's allowing a lot of free creeping here to Grubby right now, who gets the big item, the Legion Doomhorn. That's fantastic. Whereas Happy gets
the Warsong Battle Drums. Ooh, this is great items for both players. If you're not too familiar with Warcraft, the Warstone Battle Drums is 10% damage on everything. The Unholy Aura matches the Decay Aura, which is more movement speed and HP regeneration. And now the TC has 2 auras with movement speed, and they do stack. So Grubby's army, hella fast.
There's a destroyer here, scouting things out, looks for the natural. There's no expansion there. TC gets the item. No, Shadow gets the item? Crystal Ball. The aura is great for Grubby, but the rest of the items really haven't been that amazing. Happy's now coming in to contest. Already in upkeep. 55 versus Grubby's only 50.
I'm not too sure, man. Like, first of all, the Mana Potion was great before, and the Crystal Ball against Burrowed Fiends can come in pretty handy.
True, I guess. But it's no Pendant of Energy or...
Yeah.
Okay, Grubby falls back. Leaves the rest of the north here to Happy. Once again being a little more greedy. Staying at 50, saving some gold. Is there any transition he's going for? Oh, yes, there is. Spirit Lodge.
Is Happy... Okay, he has Destroyers. In game number 1, Grubby was very quick in taking out the Dispel Heavy Magic Air. It's 2 Destroyers now. So, is this Tauren then? Like, what do Walkers do?
No, it's
Lodge. Lodge. Yeah, okay. I take everything back.
So, Shaman, the most likely, but probably...
Witch Doctors!
He's actually getting Witch Doctor training? I mean, Grubby loves playing just one Witch Doctor to plaster the map in sentries. But, no, we're starting off with Witch Doctor Adept training.
I'm telling you, the Stasis Trap, since they got buffed, man. No, it should be pretty good to have few wards in the back. Of course, watch for wards across the map is awesome. Stasis Trap is kind of a meme spell. Even I agree with that. Grubby now. But he played this quite a bit on his stream, right? With Witch Doctors and Shaman.
Against... The Battle of Witch Doctors against the Crypt Lord Expo strat. I'm not so sure about the standard. When is he going to go into upkeep here? Quite greedy, going for more upgrades. Grubby's still sitting at 50. Happy's losing way more gold to upkeep, but he's also got a way bigger army. 64 supply against the only 50. 1-0 upgrades on the Fiends. And 3-3-3 heroes. Especially on the Pit Lord. The Cleave level 2. Very strong. Plus, DK is almost level 4, which is also a nice level up.
So far, it's only 400 gold to upkeep, and this push should and could be brutal. Grubby's still waiting for this round of production. The Witch Doctor won't help him much in the fights. How fast can he try to get a town portal here? Again, going hard and quick for the Destroyer. There was one coil, but the first one is dead. Trading it for tower.
Another nice stomp hitting there. Of course, there's no silence to control this. TC, Pit Lord needs to fight the right angle to attack these Berserkers. That seems to be working now. Both sides losing quite a lot. Fiends going down more and more. Another 2 went down right there. The Stomps are just out of this world. And remember, he's still got the big Mana Potion. Pops it, uses it, gets the Lich. Couldn't use the Invul. Happy down now on his second hero. Doesn't have the Lich or the Orb to use anymore. Has to TP out. This fight goes to Grubby. Can get more kills on the way back. Happy saved quite a bit there, but Grubby at 60, winning the fight in the late game. That normally means one thing. Tiny Great Hall.
Can you pinch me? Can you slap me in the face? Can you wake me up from this super surreal dream that I'm stuck in right now? What is happening? Happy had a lot more supply. And Grubby holds. Yes, that was the big potion of mana. But man, this control is pretty great. The Destroyer is oftentimes far away from the actual battlefield, so the uptime for the Wolves is pretty awesome, and we see this Stomp once again. That was the last one, though.
Yeah, TC out of mana is going to be much harder now to micro very well and disable Happy's micro most importantly. Happy retreating back into the choke point. 50 supply versus around 50. It's still pretty even. A lot about the mana now. Howl of Terror doing good damage mitigation. TC, of course, the tank in front that Happy would like to see getting attacked. But Grubby is, as it's supposed to be, going past him, looking for the more squishy backline. Ensnare onto the Destroyer. These Ensnares have been perfect, by the way. Destroyer gone again. TC Invul pop, playing it safe. Still has the Ankh, by the way, to make use of. More end snares flying. That's more kills going Grubby's way.
Damage is still good from the Headhunters, and they're untouched. How often have we seen the Pit Lord storm to the backline and deal tremendous damage with Cleave? But Grubby keeps them safe. The Protector here. TC has to run back. Pit Lord down to 50% as well. But again, the Wolves, the damage that these Wolves do is surreal. And again, we got reveal. Again, Fiends are falling left, right, center. Triple kill. The TC might be dead, but there's still an Ankh. It doesn't really matter.
And even, yeah, okay, gets it now with the Nova, but that was hard to acquire this kill because Happy's army is so small. There's no counter expo. Grubby knows this thanks to the sentries. And now he's chasing, looking for more kills. Happy without TP, mana, and barely any HP, looking down the barrel.
Oh my, how is he supposed to get out of there? There is good items, but mana is super low because Grubby constantly took out the statues. There's no regen running. Speaking of running, Grubby's expansion is up. And now what? Can he survive this? There's also almost no mana on the Orc. Big potion popped on the DK. He's trying to intercept the other two heroes. Pretty much naked. Lich with an invo potion, but that exposes the Fiends and they're just dying.
Happy knows the only chance he has left is hero kill, but Grubby's protecting his heroes rather well. Still has a TP at least to get out. And a big army now. 63 supply against 37. In a normal world, this game should be over, but this is Happy you're dealing with. So don't count your chickens too soon.
Yeah. Man. The fact that he kills the Lich after we've seen so many pro players trying and just diving onto the Lich over and over and over again. And here it's somehow working.
By the way, before I forget, quick shout out to Scud, who's going to donate 500 euros to W3IL if Happy loses. Just saying.
Okay. Bye-bye next to 2, I guess.
Happy going in again. He knows he has to force something against this expansion, but it's so freaking hard. Perfect stomp and a stasis trap to celebrate the victory of map 2. This is GG and 2-0 for Grubby.
If you tell me after 2 maps we're gonna have 3 match points for one of the players, I would say yep, of course, for the Russian. But no, that is not the case. I am blown away.
Really impressive.
By this.
Really impressive by Grubby. And, you know, I'm glad I got destroyed earlier by someone who's really good. Makes me feel a little bit less bad about myself, I guess. 2-0 up against Happy, dude. What the hell?
This is just surreal that this is happening in 2020 and Grubby playing so good. And again, like, not really again. The early game wasn't as good as it was on Terra's Stand, but the way Grubby creeps and the way he moves across the map early on, that enables him to play so great in the late game. But key here, this fight at his expo. What? That was surreal good. Happy on Northern Isles, man. When does he get defeated there? It's like once every season.
Yeah. Pretty sick, man. We saw Happy there with Mamo Supply for very long, but he didn't push. Maybe he was a little complacent, creeping up the map, but he rather should have forced a fight. But, you know, hard to say. It was much closer, I guess. It looked scary for Grubby, but that I find most impressive here. Grubby doesn't get off to a crazy good early game. He's kind of behind, honestly, in the mid game. And then he still beats Happy. Isn't that insane?
Yeah, that's surreal. Surreal is also your support for us during this show match. So where did we end up? I think with April wins. Thank you, Happy Cake, Oven, Wolflight, Obsolicious with a 2-month resub. Thank you for never giving up on this game. And now we're here. Thank you so much for that. Matt Noob with a 20 euro donation. You're the best. El Roca, thank you for the 4-month resub. Youngers with a 5-month. Tarl Soon gifting 20 subs. $20 by Azul. WC3 Hype. Choo-choo. Donation train leaving for the Northern Isles. Some guy 87. Quadrox. Flynair. Likin Ku with the 5 subs as well. Alright, Danor, Paralo GG gifting subs. Music himself. Knubbequakes gifting more subs. Melangi. Nekok, Sparta, 1-2. Der Derbere. Samir Abi. That's it. I'm dead. James Lewan with the 213 sub. Love the stream. Thanks for all you do. Mann mit dem Riesenrüssel with a €5 donation. Thank you, Sotodana, and Back to Warcraft for making this fantastic event happening. Maniac223, Dune King DR, Inris, and Jonas. Whew.
Thank you guys all very much. Happy joins. And he wants to start right away. Time for map 3.
It is time for map 3, indeed. It is 3 match points for the Dutchman. The hype is incredible. I would really love to see a full-out best of 5. But if Happy picks up momentum once, it could all be over relatively soon. So we'll see.
We have more than 17,000 viewers across the streams, by the way.
That's sick.
Pretty crazy.
So, Happy's second pick. Even if Grubby loses, the maps that Happy wants to play on will already be gone. Happy upper right on Amazonia, wearing the blue, and Grubby punching for the victory and for $750 from the bottom left. Can he do it 3 times in a row? The streak, the 3.5-year best of 5 win streak is on the line.
We were talking about earlier on Discord. Imagine how crazy it would be if Grubby does it. And we're kind of putting it off as, yeah, it would be crazy, but how likely is that really? And now we're in a position where it's not so unlikely anymore, boys.
Yeah.
Don't count Happy out. Don't make that mistake if you're the player. If you're Grubby right now, don't fall into the trap of thinking, well, this was pretty easy so far. Well, I mean, it wasn't easy, but he was able to do it. No, one step at a time. Keep playing excellently. Don't misstep. Happy is gonna punish you. Otherwise.
So, on the first 2 maps, Grubby has been using this unusual movement, taking creep spots that you're not supposed to creep. On this map, there's very few creep spots only. How do you apply your playstyle to Amazonia, if that was the key to victory?
Yeah, it's a little harder to snipe big items, I guess, as we saw, for example, with the Troll Warlord camp. But at the same time, rushing a high-level Farseer on this map is not so hard at all. There's a lot of medium armor creeps which you can take out well with the wolves, and there is a very strong level 3 creep route that we see from Keepers of the Grove all the time. And normally, for that reason, undeads play aggressively against the Orc here on this map, scouting where the creeping is happening and then playing aggressively against it. But Happy is not doing this. Happy is just going into creeping himself, trying to match the Farseer's creep speed himself, which might be tough, considering there's going to be a lot of headhunters coming out very, very soon.
That is true. So, lots of skeletons hurt here. Can Grubby get the last hits? That's number 1. 12 experience, and for the third time he gets the Acolyte. Maybe Happy is able to deny it this time. Yes, he is.
Happy going to the next troll camp, wants to get level 2 and the next item there. Grubby going for his own bit of creeping again, stealing a camp away from the enemy side. It's only a very small one, but he's creeping 2 camps at the same time, like we saw on Terranas. 2 headhunters and a wolf taking out a very small green camp. Farseer taking out another green camp. Perfect usage of the wolves, and that's going to be a level 2 for him.
Yeah, running across the map, stealing the green. That's the solution. And creeping with the headhunters, taking out the Murlocs at the same time. This is just very, very smart. Give Grubby 4 days to prepare and he comes up with this.
Yeah. Has been specifically preparing for Happy for a few days. Hardcore prepping, by the way. Only practicing with the best. And has been playing this style for a long time. This Headhunter Rush style the Grubby build. I think it's more than fair to call it now.
Forces are under attack.
And is now getting off to... Is that level 3? I don't think it's quite enough. No, he needs a little bit more. But the Farseer is very close now.
And yeah, Happy trying to play aggressively on Northern, now taking the other approach. The slow playstyle, not harassing. Getting to level 3 early. Interesting. But yeah, Farseer is getting level 3 quite early and let the wolves reign again.
Happy now returning the favor, stealing a camp away from the enemy side. There's always a great camp to steal. It's lots of experience, it's easy to creep, it can be a nice claws of attack, and it's a very safe camp as well for your opponent to creep, that he hates being taken away. And yeah, Happy's gonna get that. That's the level 3. What are the Lich items looking like? Okay, it's not insane. It's not double claws and mantle. It's circlet and gloves, which is alright. And Happy now pushing on tier 2 into the enemy main. Well, that's unusual to see.
Oh, Happy old school DK Fiend push into the main. Grubby is quick with the response, so this burrow will not fall. TC is out. But yeah, how to creep now? Instant tier 3. Happy sees it with the skeletons here. But that kept the Farseer busy. Oh, is not out yet, but will be out in a second.
Great illusion movement again. Grubby sees where the opponent is. And that is exactly where the Farseer wants to be now at all times. Be at Happy's side, be annoying, and keep on slowing him down. Good scouting also by Happy. Sees that the Headhunters wanted to go for the natural creep. With the opponent nearby, that's a little too scary, so the TC has to go somewhere else. But where to go? There's no easy camps left for him.
Yeah, that's true. Shop is gone. Oh, pretty much everything is gone. And now Happy flips the switch. Now Happy is aggressive. And Grubby decides to go for Aura first. Against 3 aggressive Fiends and the DK.
Yeah, I think if you don't have Aura, you have basically no chance of stomping Happy's Fiends anyways.
Okay, yeah, that might be true.
Grubby quite greedy. Trying to steal the Renegade bottom right away. He's gonna get it. Lionhorn, excellent item. But he's getting pressured quite a bit in his main base. It's costing more resources here to go into repair.
Yeah, very low on lumber is Grubby. Only at 50. Can't really go for reinforced defenses. Oh, is that a... No, no save. Last Fiend shot.
What's the Farseer doing though?
Nothing.
He's just standing on the right side of the map.
Was
If he
healing
came
it.
home, he could easily alleviate this pressure, but he's now losing another Headhunter. Is that the third one?
He was moving. Okay. He's fully healed now. Was he really waiting? Okay. Now the wolves are here. Chain lightning as well. Excellent coil by Happy.
Yeah, perfect time.
Lich!
Walks into the creeps! But there is a coil
Almost
again.
a disaster.
Player's forces are under attack.
Grubby bribing the rock golem, throwing this boulder onto the Lich. It's a little messy, but oh boy.
It's a big item right here. These consumables, very useful. Basically anything that's found here is good for the TC. Uses the speed scroll to get the item, and get it he will, but he has to TP out for it. Another big mana potion, but another Headhunter going down.
Yeah, there was quite some kills. Happy lost the lead in experience, but just barely. That's not making the biggest difference. Oh, he queued the Destroyer upgrade for a second, and now going into Abominations.
First time we see those. With Disease Cloud, and just in general with their armor type, can be really good against Headhunters. There's always the danger of suddenly Kodos showing up and devouring them. But if that is avoided, it can be very good. But then again, Happy cancels the A-bomb also. Perhaps a little unsure of what units to make.
Ring of Protection, Ruined Bracers. We got a very hard to kill TC once again. And now we got Stomp. Farseer checks for the undead to come in.
Oh, and he doesn't have a TP anymore. This is dangerous for Grubby.
Needs speed scroll. Or does he want to take the fight again?
He's trying to bait a Nova on the Farseer so he doesn't lose the units.
Doesn't work so far. Takes it on the TC. Maybe didn't check for the rune bracers.
Are under attack.
Yeah. But now he knows.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious. Okay. What was the item?
Root bracers.
Ah, yeah, root brace. Yeah. I thought for a second it was bottom right, but no, of course not. Invo potion and heal scroll again. Still playing without reinforced defenses. But yeah, how much time did Happy lose by canceling this A-bomb, canceling the destroyer upgrade, now disease cloud? So he decided to go for 50 supply, Fiend's statues only, maybe canceling in favor of the Dark Ranger, and having Dark Ranger. Whoa, are you going for the red spot, my friend? Yes, he is. Without a TP, with speed scroll on cooldown.
Creep Jack could hurt. End
Yeah.
snares are on cooldown. Berserker's on cooldown. And he doesn't even have the creep yet. Happy coming back into this game.
Well, Nova on the TC. He doesn't care about these rune braces, trying to turn it around, but there's barely any HP left. Speed scroll again. TC was not affected by this. Not willing to go for another Nova.
A player's forces are under attack.
Fighting at this point without a level 3 TC is so extremely hard.
Yeah, but how
These
to-
stomps really won the fights for Grubby in the previous maps. But now it's DK for Dark Ranger 2. Lich not too far away from level 3 anymore. It is now Happy with a much stronger heroes.
It is also Happy with Death Pact now, so not doing the mistake and exposing the DK once again with Aura too. So more secure. He's getting the red spot, stealing this away. Katka's Pipe of Insight. Okay, now we're talking items for Happy as well.
This is level 3 Lich also. He's gonna make sure he's gonna get it. There we go. Oh my god, Happy is so strong right now.
Ooh. Is it time for an expansion? Yes. He's not willing to push Grubby again. Wants to get the second base. And with that, gives Grubby some time for the other red spot for level 3 TC, also with the Katgas Pipe.
Oh, and he doesn't see Happy coming during nighttime. Really bad position. The first Nova by Happy doesn't hit too well, to be honest. DK in trouble, needs to be careful. There was a silence, but he breaks through it with the invul. DK got the Death Pact off in time. He's still kind of fine, trying to fight out, but now has to TP before the next stomp. But he killed 2 raiders for that, and almost another headhunter. Cost him a TP and a fiend, yes. But it's also now the expo more than halfway done.
Okay. Orcs have quite some tools to tear through expansions, tear through buildings. But it's a very, very rough commitment, very hard commitment. Replenishment potion for Happy, who keeps on creeping. More abominations. In general, Kodos should be the answer to abominations. But with Happy Micro, I don't know.
Unless you dodge them. And when they go in deep, getting focused by the Fiends and Coil Nova, Kodos can die really quick. And if you have a lot of gold saved up or an expansion, you can go for mass Kodos. But here, it's not so easy. Grubby's always struggling to get to 50 supply. He once again made it there, but only after some hassle. Does have double Kodos, does have the upgraded aura. But no TC level 4, not even remotely close, against Happy's big army.
All, of course, due to the fact that he has to buy items constantly, and this will probably happen here again. 20 seconds on the invul. Lots of scouting going on for Grubby, even peons moving north as the wolf sees this. No tower yet for Happy, so only the Haunted, only the Necropolis, but that's, of course, a nice position to hide behind.
Grubby sees he's in a desperate spot this game. How can he win this?
Abomination scouting for this. Maybe like a tower or shop supported push would have been great, like especially a shop here in the back to get mana potions and stuff. Oh, Invis on the TC. Can he surprise him? There is a TP on the DK.
But only one statue kill from that, though. It seemed like he needed more. Speed scroll engagement, perfect timing on the signs, breaks out of it again. with the invul potion. More fiends are going down. Okay, Grubby's finding some kills. Also good coils coming in. Happy still with lots of mana left on his heroes. A-bombs not getting devoured, kept them away from the Kodo beasts. TC needs to pop that big mana potion.
Yeah.
He is the only chance that Grubby has in this fight. But here comes the silence, and this time there's no invul to get out of that anymore. Happy chasing further. After these berserkers, so many are going down. The coils always land perfectly. This stomp was okay, but now the army for Grubby isn't so big anymore. He can't find the kills. It's GG. 2-1.
We make this a series, ladies and gentlemen. The Emperor not dethroned after 3 maps. That would have been an absolute miracle if this match ends up 3-0. Happy is not dead. He might be undead, but he's still in the series. And is this now what we've seen so many times? Is it the you give Happy a finger and he rips your arm off moment, where his play just snowballs? That's the question for map number 4. The more maps, the better for us, of course. It's a Warcraft 3 holiday here on Monday evening. And if you think like, hey, this is pretty fun, this game is pretty good, I would love to see more, then you are in for a treat. Because on Sunday, the Warcraft 3 World Championships are starting. It is WGL summertime, 16 players, $70,000. And we will broadcast this. You can find all the information on reddit.com/r/WC3, the Warcraft 3 subreddit. Oh, gotta go for the invite real quick before I show it to you. There we go. So, on the subreddit, there is a thread called WGL Summer 2020 from July 12 to 19. $70,000. We got Moon, we got Lynn, we got 120, Lawlight, X-Lord, Foggy, Fly, all the greats, TH and Infi, of course. So go check it out, save that information in your brain, bookmark this, and we will have extensive coverage throughout the entirety of WGL. We hear the clock ticking. Happy changing colors, Grubby with yellow now. We go into Concealed Hill. But again, we have to thank our many supporters. Where did we end up last time? Thank you, Jonas. Thank you, Jesk, for the €5 donation. Thank you, Matti Kuchen, for the 37-month resub. Thank you, Hype High, for the €20. Boys, are we time traveling? This is madness. Doxon for the 2-month resub. The Derbere for the €20 donation. Thanks to you guys for streaming. Neo, it's make a mistake, not do a mistake. Take it from an English teacher. Thank you. I will. Keep up the good work. Say hi to Alfred and Dominic, please. Hi to Alfred and Dominic. Thank you, Rasta, the Elron Evil, and thank you, A Pile of Wins, for another 5 gifted subs. Work. Now let's go into map 4. It is still match points for Grubby.
On Concealed Hill, the first loser's pick choice by Grubby. That would lead us to believe that that's the map he's most confident on. A map historically very good for Farseer creeping, good for his level 3 process. Very much so the opposite is the case for Blade Master. But I don't think we're going to see a Blade Master a single time, to be honest with you. Grubby has found his style. He has found his strat. The Farseer Headhunter TC Tier 3 Berserker with a few Raiders. And that has been looking pretty good. Happy lost 2 maps already. That's something we get to say only very rarely in one series. Has he found the answer now, though? Has he realized it's all about the creep game? Try to slow down the Farseer, try to match with your own level 3, and then, so importantly, slow down the TC. That is, I think, what decided AZ. TC had no creeps left. Such a sad life for the TC. He came out of the altar, and there was nothing that he could creep anymore. Merchant was gone, Kobolds were gone, and the natural, I guess, was too dangerous. This should be a different story here on Concealed Hill.
This is the first map that Grubby picks. The first map, Terraner Stand, was pretty much a leftover map. and the other 2 maps were picks by Happy. So this is what Grubby wants to play the most. This is where he probably has the best game plan.
And the creep route here, going not for a fast level 2, not going for instant harass here is Grubby, but rather going from the item only, the circlet, which is very good, into the next green. And climbing slowly towards level 2. DK starts off with the Claws of Attack, an item that has been very rare so far for Happy in this series. But now he gets it, and will be level 2 again ahead of the Farseer.
Yeah, he got one on Northern Isles with a Claw +9. So what's next? This time, Headhunters are again with the wolf, split to the right. Just like Terranas, just like Northern Isles, just like a little bit on AZ with the Murlocs.
These are dream drops for the Lich, by the way, obviously. Claws and Mantle. Farseer reaches level 2 now, with his wolf side creeping. But it's the level 3, the quick level 3 that the Farseer really desires, that makes the mid-game so much easier for the Orc and so much harder for the Undead. Big last hit here on the High Priest, who gets it. Happy secures it with a coil. A lot more experience for him, a bit more mana as well, but Happy likes blasting through his mana early quite a bit. Doesn't seem to be a problem for him.
Yeah, rest of the camp stays up, so later a chance to grab up the Ogre with the second hero. Grubby's tier 2 at 3/4, Happy pretty much the same time. Headhunters take... Oh, no, Skeleton expires, no extra 12. Happy, Grubby flirting with the Ogre at a very unusual time.
That's a little ambitious. Let's see if it works out. Does he get the Ogre Lord trap? Oh, no, he doesn't! He fails it!
Oh, maybe he can make up for it somehow with great blocks. Oh, this is rough, and Happy now knows it.
That hurts. That should have been an easy grab for him, but instead, he missed it. Can happen, even to the greatest. DK's coming in. Big last hit right here. Both are gonna try to go for it with the spell. Oh, but this is not looking good for Grubby. He's taking so much damage to the Farseer. Too much! He got it! Not the item, but he got the experience, lost the TP, and Happy gets more damage with the Warsong Battle Drums.
10% damage on top of the claws and the mantle and all that damage he already has. That could have been the GG already if things go really crazy. But okay, Farseer stays alive. Got kinda what he wanted, but not really. Grubby gets away with the black eye. Maybe 1.5 black eyes. But he got level 3.
Yeah. At least he's level 3. And now he can pressure with the Farseer the way he wants to. And the TC can creep on this map. He can creep the Merchant pretty easy for level 2, and the Gold Mine perhaps after, or even Fountains. With lots of Headhunters, Fountains are also a possibility. Kind of surprised that the Farseer is taking this away now from the TC. DK comes in, easy lasted with the coil. Happy is so on point right now with his movement. Since the last map.
Yeah, this is... Oh, snipe through the forest.
Oh my god.
Wonderful. The vision with the sentry and snipes through the forest with the coil. Yeah, things are becoming really problematic. Now another coil, another kill, and thanks to the aura, just walks away, waving a little. This is a brutal game for Grubby.
DK, very hurt now, needs to be a little bit careful. TC. This game needs to be different for Grubby than AZ was if he wants to win. He needs to find the camps, he needs to find the levels. And Happy being aggressive, even so low on HP on the DK, trusting in his perfect movement. Once again, trying to stop this TC from creeping. But Grubby smartly went to the right side of the map to get his level 2 there at the lab. And the Farseer is trying to slow down Happy as much as he can.
Yeah, I think you can calculate the risk pretty easily if you're Happy here. There's Chain Lightning level 1. That's really not much damage, and the Stomp is far away. For the first time in this series, we don't see a mana potion, but a Scroll of the Beast can still be good, but it's no scroll. Now healing a little at the fountain, but There's not much left on that side of the map for the TC. And Happy knows exactly what Grubby is doing.
Gonna get one more kill here. The Lich is looking for the intercept. This is again not a good early game for Grubby. It's 2 headhunters going down. And most importantly, the TC not creeping. And the TP was used earlier. So there's no easy way to get out here for Grubby. And the Lich is coming in with the Nova. Just waiting for it to hit into the headhunters. There it is. Chain Lightning as the counter. Level 2 for the TC needs to go quickly for the Stomp. Maybe Grubby can find some kills here of his own.
Scroll of the Beast. Used. He sees the opportunity. Maybe the one opportunity he has, and all of a sudden the Lich is surrounded. Is he trying to get out? Has a Stomp past the Lich.
And Snare should be upgrading right now, isn't it? Yeah, he's going for the next Fiend. And he's going to get that one as well. Great comeback by Grubby. Happy getting kind of punished here for playing so aggressively. But what about Grubby now? He's feeling quite bloodthirsty. Is he really going to fight into the undead main without a TP, without speed scroll, without even any tier 3 upgrades?
I think he wants to make use of that Scroll of the Beast and now GTFO. Whew. The mindset of a champion, creating opportunities where there are none. All of a sudden there's the Lich kill. All of a sudden there's Fiend kills. All of a sudden Grubby got levels. Still needs level 3. There's no competition without a TC level 3.
Players' forces are under attack.
If he gets the red camp here, though, that's tons of experience. Happy knows that that's a very juicy target for Grubby to aim for. That could be another last hit steal, by the way. The coil is cocked and ready.
Oh, that was stolen.
Very smart by Happy. Realizes Grubby was going to be going here. And that's what we've been seeing this whole map and the last map. His game sense and his movement across map 3 and 4, just outstanding.
Yeah. Took him some time, but now he's online. Nova Coil has to dodge it with the invul. This means no invul on the TC, but Grubby reaching around, aiming for that next Stomp. No speed scroll though, makes things a little harder. Tons of damage on the Lich once again. Everything stomps, so he takes out the statue.
There should be a second Ensnare as well. Ghoul's even in this to have all the firepower he can. Grubby waiting for the heal scroll, gets it. Had to cancel something in production. Lich no mana right now for a Nova, so these headhunters might be safe. Grubby falling back. There's no inch given on Concealed. They're fighting over everything.
And they're fighting for a long time. This is becoming more and more stressful. How long can you keep up the level? When does the concentration slip for the first time? Happy Dark Ranger. He almost seems robotic at times when everything aligns, when he sees the matrix and you don't have to think about your actions anymore. It's just automatisms. For Grubby, his playstyle involves more brain. You can't let that slip or Happy tears you apart.
Weird situation now that we're in. There was kind of a slaughter on both sides. Lots of units were lost. The hero level distribution is really weird. DK is super over leveled on 4. Lich is level 1. TC isn't level 3. It's an unusual scenario. Who can adjust better on the fly here?
Yeah, the TC will get 3. That's way more important. The Lich won't see level 3 for quite a long time. There we go. Once again, almost perfectly adjusting the creep routes. Level 2 Lich, okay. But he's creeping with 3 and he's not pulling the DK away.
Yeah, Happy is willingly falling back now, kind of not being aggressive anymore. He's going for one of the last big camps here on the map, the Fountain Camp. But yeah, you mentioned the DK. I think you should definitely pull him away from this. This is such a big experience punish on level 4 heroes. But Happy rather wants to take this camp quickly, and this will mean Lich still far away from level 3.
Oh, you know what Grubby's reward was from the dragon on the left-hand side? Hilarious Slew of Accuracy. 10% damage on the Berserker on top of the Kodo damage aura? That's really sharp spears now.
Yeah, plus 8 damage. Oh boy.
Sobi Mask for Happy. Also a big one.
Happy could still creep up the natural, but deciding not to do so, goes for his heal scroll and invul. Looks like he wants to fight. He's gonna find Grubby creeping on his side. Very unfortunate timing for the Grubster.
He has no TP.
Oh, he's trying to speed scroll away, but it got dispelled on the TC by the creeps.
Muddy slowing the TC down. There's another coil. No rune braces on this map. But he gets away without using the invul. Skeleton sees the tower. Grubby making damn sure, though, that this expansion will come up if he ever decides to go for 1-2 towers. Big mana for Happy for the first time in the series.
And this time Happy is going into upkeep and wants to fight right away. Not like on Northern Isles where he waited too long, perhaps.
Okay.
Going in
Player's
possibly for
forces
the
are
kill.
under attack.
Grubby, is he gonna contest this? He's at 56 now himself, but a lot of that is still stuck in production.
Does he have the items necessary? Invul,
Town is under
heal
siege.
scroll, naked Farseer. And snares flying, towers from the right-hand side. Grubby stalling some time. He will intercept reinforcements that are coming from Happy's base. Silence, he's waiting for it. No invul at the moment. First headhunter down. There's the invul. There's the stomp, and he reaches the entire army once again. But Happy's ready with the coil.
Next Stomp could be brutal, but good splits by Happy. Really good splits. Heroes hit with the Stomp, but not the Fiends. Who's got more damage now? Nova into the back. Hurts, yes, but only level 1 Nova, as we explained earlier. Next Silence against the TC. He only has a single Stomp left. Needs to land it big time. Grubby with more colos coming in at the perfect time against the Abomination. That is the target he needs to go for, but first he's going for the statue, trying to take out the regen, and that is successful. Didn't forget the dust, going for the Fiends, but there's more coils for Happy. So many more coils with the Sobi and the big mana poke.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't even need the statue at the moment with the Sobi. Grubby saving himself behind the watchtower, trying to regen up a little, especially mana is critical. Kodo's not devouring anything at the moment. He's waiting for more reinforcements, down to 51 supply. They don't really care about upkeep here. 51, 52 supply. That's usually not an ideal number. But they need the mass. They need every single unit for this next fight. Lich again, a little exposed.
TC coming in, looking for the next big Stomp. There's no Silence to control him. Nice heal scroll there by Grubby as well, healing off the damage for the Nova. The Fiend's in a bad position, getting ensnared, one more going down. But even if the Fiends are gone, the heroes are now so strong for Happy, and he's saving 3 of those Fiends into the back as well. TC has barely any health or mana left to fight anymore, but the Berserkers are doing a great job moving forward, finding more and more kills. Dust is there again, more Fiends going down. TC level 4, almost enough for the Stomp, but doesn't quite have enough mana. Happy only with heroes left almost.
Oh, the Fiend got saved last second. There's another Raider for more control. Right clicks from the TC, very strong as well. The Wolves tear these Fiends apart. The coil is too late. Big Nova into the already hurt Headhunters. The Disease Cloud is doing a wonderful job. TC has the mana now, though. Is this the end? It's getting nuked right away. No invul on him. Okay, here we go. Doesn't hit... a lot I was about to say, but all 3 heroes here, but all very well split. Going for the Lich once again. There is an invul coil as well. Happy, so greedy.
He's waiting for the ensnare from the Raider. Happy's trying to take out the Raider. Invul forced. Raider still alive. There is the ensnare onto the DK. Raider falls, however. Death Knight, one single coil is left. Has to use it on the Lich.
And now there's nothing anymore. He's going for the surround. He's going for Happy's throat. Closing that surround. No TP. Can he fight out? Can he fight out? The skeleton blocks himself a little. Oh no! Is he about to go down? The DK. That's his lifesaver. The aura. The statue. Run, Happy, run!
Crazy moments on Conceal. That could have been the game right there. Grubby, even with a great wolf block, almost got that kill, but Happy gets away by the skin of his teeth. And the dust settles after a crazy fight of the highest level by both players.
The great escape. A life-saving escape from this DK, who's now close to 5. Who is 5? Desperately needs a statue. There is one. Happy got an acolyte here. Does he feel so brave to expand now?
Lost +9. This Lich. Officially a super Lich.
Shout out Rotterdam. This is indeed the definition of a super Lich. The only thing missing is level 4. Grubby long distance mining. The main gold mines still hold 2,500. An unbelievable match. An unbelievable series.
We've seen some great games and some great series this year, and this one is shaping up to be another amazing one. Happy, if he loses this map, it's over for him. And it was so close. That DK, what was the HP on that? 30? If he falls, that game is over.
Nova on the wolf, and that gives Happy level 5. Level 3 coil unlocked. In combo with a level 2 Nova. Mana potions. This nuke is strong.
Yeah, and there's no rune bracers to protect the TC this time. Not even a ring. This TC is pretty squishy. Don't let those 1000 HP fool you. He doesn't have damage mitigation via items, and he doesn't have any healing via Shadowhunter. Grubby's gonna have to be very careful with how he uses his second hero.
Yeah, that's probably the big liability here. No healing. We get defense upgrades, or defense upgrades. 1-0 on the Berserkers already, now 1-1. And again, we see the Spirit Lodge. Is it time for the doctors again?
Yeah, I think so. Grubby, very fond of the doctors and their sentries. And if it goes extremely late, perhaps even heal wards at some point. But that is so far down the line. Not even worth thinking about right now. Grubby sitting at the fountain. Happy with a slight supply lead. But supply can be deceiving at this point. It's a lot more about heroes. And Happy has triple hero. That's an advantage right there, inherently. And 5/3/3 levels. Extremely powerful. TC and Farsi on 4 are also strong. But the problem with those heroes is, once they run out of mana, they do nothing anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas undead heroes, especially with statue support, are always dangerous.
Needs potions, that's for sure. Defense upgrades for Happy as well. The Fiend upgrades 1-1. Not going for damage only, not for the glass cannon. Wait a minute. Tiny Great Hall on the high ground?
Okay.
How greedy is it to invest 600 gold?
That tells us a lot about Grubby's mindset right now this game. He thinks he has very little chance if they just play straight up 2-base from now on. Yeah. He's going for a big gamble. This is very risky, and he feels apparently that this is his best chance of winning, hoping that this won't be scouted.
Would you expect this? Is Happy in a mode where he checks for everything? Or does he just assume that there's nothing but the upper left? Because no one would do this.
At the moment, he's not thinking about it yet. Happy is putting everything into defense, camping at the expo, even bringing in the ghouls, waiting for the push from Grubby. This might be a stroke of genius from the orc. Yeah. But the thing is, even with this expansion and so much more production and a big army, it's not really gonna be an overwhelming army compared to Happy. He's got a big frickin' army himself. 66 supply and growing.
Soon to have 2-1 upgrades plus the Warsong Battle Drums plus the True Shot. It's already +9 Berserkers, and we saw already how great they are. Even against Fiends with the medium armor. Necropolis here now, shop to defend, Nerub tower up, but Grubby is on 3 bases.
Yeah, lumber the issue here for Grubby. May have to remake some peons. But the mains are soon expiring. And playing 2-base versus 3-base is a lot easier than playing 1-base versus 2-base.
Well, we're gonna be down to 1-base, 2-base in a second, as it's only 150 remaining. 30 for Happy. He unsummons now, and this gold mine will collapse in a second.
Happy's spreading out, by the way, against an Invis TC here, it seems. But that so far has not been attempted by Grubby.
Grubby has a lot of watch wards across the map. So he knows what Happy is doing. He knows where he is.
Yeah, superior vision for Grubby. But possibly the stronger army for Happy.
A player's force is
Knowledge is power. Wolves cause a little distraction. But now he knows. The arrows fly downhill.
Grubby, of course, going for the counterattack. This is a smart play. And this will force the TP back. Grubby TP's out right away. Not interested in taking a fight.
Stomps the entire army, so there's not even damage. Kills a grunt on the way out. And this Great Hole still up.
And that, I guess, is the game plan for the next few minutes for Grubby. Threaten the counterattack, prevent the fight.
Happy knows.
But he's getting caught.
Interception for sure. And snares flying. TC full mana. No splits. Oh, the silence was a little too late. And there was an immediate stomp after breaking through. But that's the invul gone. Does he have a second one? Doesn't look like it. Oh, but mana potion and heal scroll. Getting close to 5. And you know what that means.
Without invul, it's so hard for the TC to get in, though.
And now...
Happy chasing hard with his spells. Silence again. TC not threatened, however. Big surround by Grubby coming in from every angle. TC just counting the seconds until he can finally stomp again. One Kodo got to devour, and that's the stomp right there. Hitting basically everything. Level 5 for the Farseer. Chain lightning coming in. Lots of damage. TC needs to come in with the next stomp, and he does. Another Kodo is taken out, though. More supply for Grubby, up by about 10, but again, it's all about the mana. TC has barely any mana left. Next invul used. Trying to stay alive in this fight, and so far it's working. The next Kodo comes in, immediately sniped once again.
Level 5. And the DK is surrounded, trying to get him to a TP. There's the Storm. Does he have another Chain Lightning? Wants to nuke, gets the nuke. Death Pact. Oh, the TC is in trouble. City! And dead! TP out, Lich level 4. The carry is gone. Happy with the strike of genius here. Being under so much pressure. Dealing with it gloriously. Does he have gold for the Tavern Revive? Close to 700. Yep, TC back. Happy pushing again. But what does this big cow do without mana?
Brilliant to have a shop up here. Very important. The DK is still very hurt. Happy is quite eager here to engage. Dark Ranger popping a lot of damage, but does survive. When the Berserker is active on the Berserkers, they take a lot of damage as well. And with all that damage on the Lich with plus 27, it's so much DPS.
Level 4 unlocked.
Yeah. Dark Ritual, lots of bonus intelligence. A mana pool of more than 500. At the moment, it's mostly empty. Even at this late stage, still dodging the ensnares with the Burrow.
Happy showing off indeed. So double crowd control and snare and stomp. We got it ready. 2 heroes stomp, but not the DK. Far in the back, taking out these raiders. Big Nova. Grubby struggling. Happy from long distance. Good eye sniper.
These undead nukes, the statues in the back to support the Dark Ritual devouring of these skeletons. Looks like Grubby has to give up the middle base.
That was a gamble. Did it pay off at all? Kind of.
Town is under siege.
There was a big fight. TC got another mana potion. Next fight, 3 stomps.
Happy separating DK from the rest of the army. That's a little risky right here. Goes for the TP and the Telestaff. He's not taking any chances.
Oh, TP's in. Grubby. Does he want to re-engage? To stop this push? To stop the damage on the Great Hall? Looks like it. Nuke is kinda good as he goes for Chain Lightning 3. And TC comes in being nuked right away, and the silence as well. Is it enough damage now?
TC did not get an invul yet against these crazy heroes. So hard to go into the Vanguard with the TC, who's normally such a tanky hero. Great Hall on the hill is gone. Grubby trying to go for a counterattack, but Happy has a TP to come over there.
Happy has a TP, and Happy should have the numbers and the mana. Is there anything Grubby can take? Happy, maybe a little greedy. Not willing to go for the town portal, which of course exposes the entire army to a stomp as well. So maybe it is even smarter to just run if nothing serious is under threat.
Focus on the TC instantly. No silence this time though. Crazy strong stomp, but not so much damage. Follow-up this time it seems. We see some stasis straps coming through, but getting taken out quickly. They are not so impressive here just yet. TC again in. Invul transferred. He survives. Stomp again. Good. But once more, no kills found anymore. So many fiends still left for Happy, and he is finding kills galore with the Coil Nova, with the mana support, Death Pact. He has reached ultimate form and almost level 6 on his first hero.
Happy now a true emperor. Everything that he thumbs down on dies. Doesn't matter if it's a raider or a headhunter, or I guess soon to be heroes. He claims the middle again. And I wonder, Wouldn't it have been better to go for Invis Wolves instead of Chain Lightning 3? Of course he needed the big AoE against the Fiends at that very moment. But maybe he could have weathered the storm and then harass with the Wolves, distract Happy, buy more time. Now we see the Wolves. But who am I to judge Grubby and to question Grubby's decision?
Players' forces are under attack.
Grubby catches one Fiend here. Somewhat off guard in the back. But it's so hard to kill these.
Yeah.
Fighting up the high ground now, also not the greatest. Oh, the sentry. I mean, stasis almost triggers, but not quite.
Level 6s for Grubby are gonna be real big. For the Wolves and Resurrection. Or TC Ultimate.
Players' forces are under attack.
Gonna be hard to get there though. Finding kills has been really tough for Grubby these last few minutes. He's still holding on to a straw. This game is looking horrible for him, but he's trying everything.
Stasis Trap. Could buy some time. Seemingly not activated. Yet.
Storm focus on the DK, but now with more than 1000 HP and 9 armor, hard to take out. Happy going for the backline again. Stomp didn't hit so well. Chain Lightning over the top finds more Fiend kills, but more than about units at this point, it's about heroes. And Happy is finding more and more kills himself. Another Stomp comes in, Lich disabled, but the TC out of mana has to retreat out of the fight, and that's another engagement going to Happy. In the middle of the map, a Raider is trying to take out the Haunted, but doesn't have enough damage for this.
Can Grubby follow this up with something? Doesn't seem like it. Seems like Happy is ready. Level 6 DK, by the way. Level 2 Aura and Death Pact. So that's the Raider gone. Or Headhunters.
Grubby is holding on pretty well, staying alive, but
Players' forces are
as we oftentimes say in Warcraft, surviving and winning are two very different things.
Yeah. We get the Witch Doctor Master Training. More Kodos. Happy building another Ziggurat. Is he willing to go into upkeep? He's at 50.
Look at the confidence from Happy. He's leaving the Fiends in the middle and just roaming around with his heroes.
Yeah.
He feels that they are so powerful now. And I think he's right. They are crazy strong on 6, 4, 4 levels. That's not too far away from 5, by the way.
Can the stasis traps, this double disabled, somewhat be an X factor? Can he set up a trap where Happy doesn't expect them? And then double stun and kill something? That usually never happens.
Yeah, he might be scratching his head, his own head right now. How to do this? What's the play?
No pillage, forcing a TP. And if Happy follows now, that's a stasis trap. Oh, was just a fake. Grubby realizes this.
Happy coming in for the backstab.
Two
Grubby
wolves
is
at the
aware of this though.
A player's forces
Grubby
are
really
under
wants the
attack.
stasis trap
Siege.
engagement.
Tense moment. Grubby still under the gun. Fighting one base versus 2.
Stasis traps everywhere. Happy can't really feel safe anywhere. Maybe a shade would be nice. Oh, okay. One stasis trap off here.
Players' forces are
That's just short duration of the DK. Okay, Fiends found and taken out. That's a double kill for Grubby, and that's level 6 on the Farseer. Invis Wolves now.
Stasis trap there once again connected. TC getting silenced, breaks out of it once more, but it's the only invul for him. Happy losing a few Fiends, but the heroes are still left. Somehow Grubby got a big army again. This might be Grubby's best chance, but crazy splits now by Happy. Not allowing for a good stomp anymore. And now the TC is exposed. Right click, focus, coil nova, and almost falling. The right clicks follow him and the TC is dead. Level 5 hero hits the deck. Happy's hero still fairly well alive. The Dark Ranger there getting coiled as well. Grubby doesn't seem to have the damage anymore, but the Dark Ranger, what's she doing? She's definitely staying in there too long. A rare micro mistake by Happy. He loses his own hero. Only the 3rd hero, but still painful. Lich gets to level 5 though. That is level 3 Nova now. Right clicks coming in more and more, looking for more kills. But Grubby still has a decently sized army left. The wolves at this point also aren't too bad. He's got the money for the tavern revive. The TC is back.
He has a
He even
potion.
has mana with a potion, exactly.
He's in the middle of everything, and he catches pretty much the entire undead army. Can't really coil, and that's another Rumination going down. Dark Ranger back from the tavern as well. 45 supply by Happy. These wolves are wonderful. So much damage. Sets up the status trap once again. Gotta be careful with the Farseer. He's under pressure. Coil! And he's dead. Level 7 and level 5. TC on his own now. No summons. No Chain Lightning anymore. Sobi Mask doing so much damage. He's trying to surround the DK, but there's Death Pack. Can't really do anything. Wolves took out the Acolyte once again. Nova! Frostborn hungers! That's the TC dead again, and we go full distance. Happy takes 2 maps in a row. We're not done with this yet.
I am so happy that this is going the full distance. Crazy best of 5. Crazy narrative already. And we're gonna come to a conclusion in a moment.
This is a legendary series. This series, people will talk for years about this Monday evening right here. Do you remember? Where have you been when Grubby challenged Happy to a full-out best of 5? In case you tuned in later, Happy is undefeated in best of 5s in the Western scene for 3.5 years. Grubby's not playing tournaments. Foggy tried, Hawk tried, Blade tried, all of them tried. And all of them failed. Will it happen now, or will it be the usual suspect as the winner? I think this result right here is already a big win for Grubby, obviously. How does he deal with the nerves now? Such a smooth and swift start. Then the Emperor strikes back on AZ. CH. Hard fights on it.
Whew.
This is pretty sick. This is one of my favorite series probably ever.
Can he complete the miracle? Grubby dazzled us with a 2-0 lead. But Happy's fighting back stronger and stronger. On AZ, it was Happy dominating again. That's Happy the way we're used to seeing. But Concealed was super close again, man.
Yeah.
That was razor thin, right on the edge. In the very ultra late game, the Undead Heroes really took over.
By the way, this show match, once again, made possible by one man. And we can thank him a little. I will pull up his Twitch stream, or I will put it in the bot, because the man is planning on streaming on Twitch quite a bit himself. So we can give the sponsor, Mr. Sudodana, a little love. And I will put up the bot command in a very second. And then let it rain likes, ladies and gentlemen. Give our sponsor some love.
The players joined in, and they're ready.
Okay,
Time
boys.
to conclude this.
Exclamation mark sponsor. Give our sponsor some love. Twitch.tv/Sudodana. I want to see it rain likes before we go into this. We, of course, have a couple of subs to thank as well. Thank you, Rasta. Thank you, The Iron Evil. Thank you, The Grape. Thank you, A Pile of Wind. Thank you, Baguno. Thank you, Pishna. 15 years since I saw such a match. Is plural 4K4 7G, Noah, Jafar, and Laserpew. With that being said, and with all the people, thanked so much, we go into the decision. We were hoping for this. Some people were probably praying for this. We get a full-out best of 5, and the last map to decide it all is Remo's favorite map. It is Echo Isles.
Where epic games are made. Isn't that right?
Absolutely true.
Today it certainly is. And as we hop in to map 5 and the decision, we see for the first time, not just today, let me make this very clear. Not just today, but for the first time in forever, Happy adjusting his build. Now, this may not seem like much to you if you don't watch us too often and Happy games too often. I mean, it's an RTS. You switch up your build, right? You play different strategies sometimes. Normally, yes. If you're Happy, no. He always thinks there's one proper build, one proper way to play, and with perfect execution, it works out. Here now, he's switching it up, going back to an old school Fiend build, which raises some questions. This build was once upon a time played mostly with the tower push, either with a Lich tower push or a DK tower push. We funnily enough saw that yesterday between Vortex and Spiral, with Spiral playing exactly this strat, and that did not work out at all. Happy normally really not the all-in cheesy strat kind of player. He's the exact opposite of that kind of player. But what we are sure of here is that it is indeed a different build, which does mean quite simple.
Players' forces are under
Maybe
attack.
he wants to match Grubby's creep speed again and maybe go for the Merc camp early. I could see that. Man, this is so cool that before this show match, I guess the most legendary moment of Grubby versus Happy was exactly here on Echo Isles, and now this show match gets decided on Echo Isles as well. This is... history repeats, guys. Time is a flat circle.
Players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, so both playing kind of similar builds if you think about it, with a somewhat late tech and going for piercing damage units early. But for Grubby, it's still quite a bit faster as he didn't have to go for a shop. This is one of the biggest, probably the biggest upside of playing Farseer, especially in the early game. You don't need a shop. You can just tank the creeps with the wolves. Saves you a ton of resources with which you can go easier into more expensive units, aka headhunters, and a faster tech. Now fighting over the middle are both.
There's a coil. There's no chain lightning. Makes it difficult for Grubby. He's attacking the DK right away. Good movement. Tons of skeletons threatening this Farseer. And yeah, headhunters have to move away, fearing Frostborn.
Nice block. No easy kill here for Happy.
And that's a lot of damage already on this DK.
Happy is not teching yet. 26 supply, 4 fiends without a
Forces
tech.
are under attack.
That is the build from 2008.
This may be normal in his 3-3 or 4-4 games. He takes a little inspiration on that.
Well, the upside of this is you can contest the headhunters pretty well. Normally with Ted Fiend build, headhunters claim map control and it's very hard for you to fight up, to go up against the Farseer. But with 4 fiends, hell yeah, that's doable.
It's also great to deal with the wolves.
Yes.
Focus
Good point.
fire, and then they're either gone or resummoned, or you get some experience. So, big moment now. Who's gonna get the ogre? Grubby, big mana potion again. But, ooh, Farseer probably surrounded, but Happy respects the chain lightning.
Happy still got level 2 there somewhere. I think it was with a wolf. Perfect damage calculation once again. Kills off one headhunter and the block after. Once he's got the aura, he goes crazy.
Unleash the beast! But this is big. This mana potion is so big. Quick fingers by Grubby, and now the deny is coming in. Top-notch Warcraft from both sides.
But this early game is not what Grubby wants. He wants to get level 3 quickly on the Farseer and then creep up the the TC heavily. But it's not the TC, it is the Shadowhunter. Tries to abuse the fact that there's no statues and Lich for a long time and wants to come in with a quick hex, pressuring these fiends.
But how do you play without Stomp? Or with weak Stomp?
He basically has to get really far ahead in the mid game.
Yeah, right.
Grubby is putting himself in kind of a difficult position here.
But he's still taking tier 3. I mean, you kind of need it for the Headhunter upgrades. This is an awkward position. Happy's so powerful with the 4 fiends.
Grubby's counting the seconds. When the hell is the Shadowhunter finally out?
Players' forces
And even with the Shadowhunter, does he have enough damage? Headhunters are kind of lost on the southern side of Echo Isles. Walking to the fiends now can definitely be blocked. This is not good.
This is not good at all. That's another one going down. 3 headhunters lost in the early. No level 3 Farseer. And now a Shadow Hunter who's going to be weak in the late game. Happy adjusts with a weird build, but it seems to be the perfect reaction. Grubby needs to find kills right now.
We need the big brain plays. Shadow Hunter in. But yeah, is the damage enough? We don't have too many wolves. There's a coil, there's a TP out. Happy plays it safe and smart.
Yeah. Very smart TP. No fiends lost. Only a TP. And a game that is so razor thin and about every unit that you have. Losing the TP, definitely not as bad as losing a fiend. And now the fiend count is really high. 5 fiends, Lich coming, Slaughterhouse, another fiend. 6th fiend without a tier 3 tag.
This tier 3 is so far away. And with that, the strong warp and destroyers. So wolves once again have more value. Can Grubby somehow get the level 3 too? Get the strong wolves, abuse them, punish the fiends. Oh, double claw and gloves. This is amazing.
Claws also for Grubby, but he doesn't have the best carrier for that, really.
Is it coming down to the big mana? This X moment with Hex. Here it is. But
He's trying to go for the hero kill.
Doesn't work.
He's got 1 Raider, but no. Instead going for the Fiends now. Hex on the DK, well timed. Easy kill there. But it's so many Fiends, even if you kill 1 or 2, there's still plenty left.
Yeah, it's like Hydras. Gets the Raider. Happy's damage control again. Magnificent! Farseer is where he shouldn't be, in the middle of all these spiders. That's a Hex on the DK. Oh, he's willing to go for it. 6 saved by Happy. Is this Fiend falling? No. Wow. Okay. This is Emperor mode now.
And Grubby seems to be caught off guard with this build. Perhaps he hasn't seen it before. And it's working out so well against what Grubby has been preparing for such a long time. It takes Happy a few maps, but it seems like then he has the right answer.
And on this map, there's not much space to outmaneuver your opponent. It's not a small map, but it's very obvious where you're moving due to how it's mirrored. So the element of surprise cannot be too great.
Oh, Happy's coming in for the creep jack
Yeah.
here. The big
You can't allow
Renegade
this
is
Coil
still
Nova.
ready.
You can't allow this nice Hex, but the Nova is ready. Steals it. Parry up the Vitality. Is this Grubby's last chance?
Shadow Hunter in trouble. He can't heal himself right now. Doesn't have the mana for the heal wave. He gets away just barely. Statue also saved to the back with a sliver of health. Nova again on the Shadow. If the Hex is over, he's dead. He's dead before the DK has more coils to use. Farseer still in trouble. Running away, trying to not get killed here with the nuke, and he will survive. But it's only the Berserkers left. With the Boros, he's dodging the Devour from the Kodo Beast. Happy, looking for more and more kills once again in this little corner of the map like it was so many years ago.
Wow, history is really repeating, is it? The TC is in. Needs the stomps. Kodo, maybe a little snack, but the Burrow dodges again. He would love to take out the statue. He would love to get a bit of experience. TC threatening this, but there's no surround. Raiders coming in. Farseer's coming in. He could nuke him soon. TP out. Respecting the triple hero again. No kills to be done for Grubby.
Gets at least 1 Fiend Devour. Okay.
A player's forces are under attack.
This TC needs to creep so fast now.
Yeah, but how?
Needs to reach level 3.
Murlocs and Turtle bottom right. That's the only spots left. Lich will get level 3. Possibly with a claw plus 9. Grubby's not dead, but he's on life support.
And he climbs back to 50. Let's see what he can do. He's getting a lot of upgrades as well. TC level 2 is going to be nice. Kodo improved damage aura is going to be nice. What's the item here for Happy? Crystal Ball. Well,
Okay.
Not the greatest. But level 3 Lich, and that is certainly very impactful. No third hero this time by Happy, as it seems.
Curious as well. He's not sending anything to the tavern. 48 supply. Of course, he doesn't want to break yet. Does he just want to put the nail in the coffin with a creep jack bottom right? It's definitely shop control. Farseer will see this coming quick. TC has no TP. Shadowhunter is in for support with a speed scroll. Grubby can possibly get out, but this is a weird situation. We do have a Dark Ranger.
Oh, the Farseer. He saw Happy's approach.
Oh, he's got to get away. He's fully committing to this turtle.
Player's forces are under attack.
Farseer's trying to buy time. But that's a big push coming in by Happy. Trying to intercept the Farseer, perhaps.
Oh,
Army
wow.
is separated. TC's in the back. And he's hurt. Level 3 Shadow. That's good.
No TP. He has to fight for his life and for the $750 now. Headhunter number 1 falling quickly. Shadowhunter down to 50% as well. Silence on the TC. Not getting the storms off. Waiting patiently for that one stomp. Happy could be sandwiched here. Stomp is great. 2 destroyers in the air, but the headhunters can't reach.
Player's forces are under
Shadowhunter could be in trouble again. Still quite hurt. After the heal wave comes the Coil Nova, and that's the Shadow gone. DK is very hurt as well, but he's got the invul, using it here. He's safe now, and the TC is not. Coil executes him. Only the Farseer left here with his units. Are they good enough? Can Grubby do it? Only one hero.
Level 4, that's Death Pact. That's no threat for the DK anymore. The Destroyer was safe there. The Kodo will fall. Grubby, you fought such a crazy series, but it seems like life ends here.
Destroyer comes back in with a nice devour, gets ensnared, gets focused, and perhaps killed. There's so much damage not landing on the heroes. Happy finding more and more kills. Coil actually misses. Rare mistake there. Chain Lightning comes through, but only level 1 Chain Lightning. That barely tickles at this stage in the game. Grubby has to fall back, but he's trying to run away from an unholy aura.
How is he reviving 2 heroes, 2 crucial heroes? I don't know. He's still holding on to the Great Armada, but he's about to lose 2 more Berserkers. He's already 10 supply down. Grubby, desperate. Some right clicks. Oh, on the DK, but maybe that's it now. Shadowhunter is back, but he's too late. The Farseer hits the deck as well, and that's a triple kill for the Emperor. Invincible! 3.5 years and counting.
But
Add
what a
Grubby's
close
name to the
series.
list. Sorry?
Respect, though, to Grubby. Many thought it was utterly impossible. How many comments did we read that this was going to be so one-sided, a 3-0, and no chance for the man who doesn't play tournaments? But he proved so many people wrong. Grubby played so well, winning 2 maps in a row against Happy and having so many other close calls. A testament, though, once again, to Happy. He got caught off guard a little bit with his strategy, but he reacted quickly and at times played absolutely perfect. And is still the Emperor reigning over Europe.
It was fascinating to see the development of Happy in this series. First game, he got not the best idea of what's happening. Second game, he was adjusting a little with aggression, but saw, oh, okay, maybe that was a little too much and my heroes are too low and I can't really do too much in the very late game. And then it clicked. And then he had the solutions with a good balance of first creep fast, then harass. Not threatening the Farseer, but rather later the TC. Timings got better and better and better. And a testament against Happy being a robot, that big switch on Equiles, which was the hard counter probably to what Grubby was playing. That was pretty sick. Once again, this is all possible thanks to Pseudo Dana. Exclamation mark support sponsor twitch.tv/pseudodana. You brought a lot of joy to more than 15,000 people or something.
Yeah. Earlier he said, well, maybe if it goes well, we're going to have more of these in the future. That's something that's great to hear. And, well, I don't think it could have gone much better than this. This was an amazing series. So, Pseudo, if you have a need for organizing some more stuff, we're definitely going to be looking forward to that in the future. Yeah, we had on our stream more than 8,500 viewers. And across all the streams, it was more than 21,000, maybe 22,000. Pretty sick. And that was a series that deserved it as well. Chat was going crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this show match. I think it's hard not to.
Yeah.
That was just beautiful to see.
Thank you, LaserPew. Thank you, Argentum. Thank you, The Will Q. Thank you, Hug Princess, for the subs. Thank you, Abra Kebabra, for the €5. Hello, future children. It's your dad. I've been here live. Thank you, Lord Loken, for the 1,500 bits and €5 from Ogushan AKG as well. Go, Grubby, grow. Wasn't meant to be, but the Grubster had an incredible showing. And once again, if you caught the Warcraft fever now, great content is coming your way from Sunday on. WGL Summer, the hottest party of the summer. 16 players, $70,000, featuring Moon, Lin, 120, X-Lord, Law Liot, Focus, Linguagua, TH, Infi, the greatest players that this planet has to offer. 7 days. It's gonna be brutal.
Summer's gonna be hot. It's not even that hot yet, but I'm still sweating. That was an amazing, amazing show match. I don't know what else to say.
Me neither. Wow. Yeah, this I knew there was hype behind this show match, but seeing Warcraft so big is incredible, and hope you enjoyed it. I guess you did. Spread the word that Warcraft is awesome. And support your favorite streamers, whether it be with a like or a share or just the kind words on stream sometimes. Summer is rough for most content creators and streamers and players, so support is absolutely appreciated from all sides. Yeah. Sick games.